I'm your host, David Ashinsky, and you're listening to Live Without Limits. And this show is brought to you by the Change Your Thoughts, Transform Your Life Challenge. The title of this presentation is The Surprising Mental Benefits of a Helpless High, Why It Feels Good to Give. German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche once said, "To live is to suffer. To survive is to find some meaning in the suffering. For the fulfilling life, purpose of meaning is undeniably essential. Yet in today's modern world, so many of us struggle to find true meaning in our lives, leading to increasing rates of anxiety, depression, and other mental illnesses. However, many other people have also derived meaning from helping others. Maybe you've noticed this too. After volunteering, you feel all warm, fuzzy inside. After helping your friend move, you feel good. The little phenomenon is known as the helper's high, and surprisingly, it can actually lead to a longer life. We aren't kidding. So, here are a few words of helping others and how it actually boosts your mental health and wellness, guiding your guiding you toward fulfillment, longevity, and more. Why does it feel so dang good to give? The help is high definition. The idea of true selflessness and selfless act is rare, if not impossible. This isn't to make you feel bad by any means. Rather, it's a simple way to zoom out and view the world through a whole new lens. Imagine if we all helped each other. We'd all be far better off, and not just because we've been helped but because we've done the helping. This is what we mean by the fact that there really isn't a truly selfless act. Philosophically, this is very debatable, but for the sake of this presentation, stick with us here. The helper high refers to the positive emotions you feel after selflessly serving others. Yet, this is a selfless service isn't so selfless after all, since it makes you feel good. At least, for the most part, many people report that this high feels like elation, exhilaration, and higher levels of energy. In fact, some have even compared it to the feelings that you get after exercising. So, is helpless high real? In short, yes. Psychologists have recognized the state of the helpless high occurs in individuals after helping others. It's thought that after these helpful acts, the brain releases endorphins, which make you feel good, and which also happens when you exercise. So let's dig a little deeper into the topic. Does volunteering lead to a longer life? Research actually shows that individuals who volunteer might actually have a longer lifespan than those who don't. However, this isn't all. The volunteering must be done for the side purpose of helping others. In other words, despite you receiving mental health benefits, your motives for volunteering should be altruistic. Psychology Today hypothesizes that those who volunteer lead to a longer life due to a number of factors, including less stress, increased socialization, and enhanced self care. It's also theorized that individuals who volunteer are more likely to be physically active. This may fall in line with better self care as well as happen naturally through the activities of volunteering. So, if you have an urge to help others, do so. You might just reap even greater benefits down the line, leading a fulfilling and longer life. Now, let's move on to how helping others impacts the brain. What's going on beneath the surface? How does helping others affect the brain? As previously mentioned, when you help others, your brain produces endorphins. Endorphins actually act similarly to morphine in the body, making you feel good. They give way to the high that you feel after a selfless act. But this goes even deeper than just chemicals. When you help another person, that part of your brain associated with the reward, the same part that activates when you eat food or have sex, literally lights up. This part of the brain even lights up when you have the mere thought of helping others or donating to a charity of your choice. Crazy, right? Some reports even suggest that the neural pathways associated with compassion, which is used during volunteer efforts, causes you to see a less you and other approach, but rather a we approach to the world, allowing you to open your heart and care for others. It's safe to say we probably need more than this in the world. Thus, if you're looking for a little more purpose in life, find your passion through helping others and volunteering. Does volunteering affect mental health? This is a loud and resounding yes. Volunteering has the incredible capacity to improve your mental health and wellness. It's not just about your physical health. Research indicates that volunteers tend to have better mental health than non volunteers. It also has been shown that volunteering can reduce your risk of anxiety and depression. It does this again by reducing stress and enhancing those positive and happy feelings. And also, as previously mentioned, volunteering can give you purpose, something that might be hard to find in today's modern society. So get out there and volunteer. You've learned to the helpless high definition and how it can improve your life. Plus, volunteering helps those in need. So why not dedicate some of your free time to helping another? We've all struggled at some point. We've all really needed someone at some point. This can be your turn to be that person for someone. Look up volunteering in your local area and begin giving. You're doing others and yourself a ton of good. Now, here's something else to think about how volunteering not only helps you, but what you gain back from it, because we don't always realize that what we give always comes back to us. Now, in Christianity, they all talk about how if you give monetary things to someone, then it comes back to you tenfold. But here's the thing, it's not just helping someone else when you're volunteering, but it's giving something to someone in need at a time when they may not feel right about themselves. And you never know that you're one paycheck away from losing your home, or you're one paycheck away from being homeless yourself. And when that happens, who are you going to turn to? Are you going to go to the shelter where they dictate when you can come in and when you have to get up and when you have to get out? Or are you going to look for someone or an organization that's going to be there to help you? Now, I remember that because I deal with disability issues, and in 1996, the Olympics came to Atlanta. Well, when it came time to first start bidding for the Olympics, the the Atlanta Olympic Committee did not want to bid for the Paralympics. So it was a group of people with disabilities who got together with the head of the Shepherd Spinal Cord Clinic and pushed and applied to get the Paralympics to Atlanta. So they followed by 2 weeks, but between 1960 and 1996, countries that hosted the Olympics were willing to bid for the Olympics. So after 1996, it was put in the bylaws because Samaranch believed in the Paralympics so much that any host country that was bidding for one was automatically bidding for both. So what that did was it made it mandatory for countries to plan and adapt housing to meet the needs of people with disabilities. And it also is helping to for people that are able-bodied to actually learn to accept people with disabilities just as well as anyone else in society, even though we still have a long way to go before that actually happens.